Yes. Hi, welcome to the North Bend Municipal Pool. We have George Fox versus SWOCC. This is SWOCC's first home meet of the year, first ever home meet. And I am Kaya Ingram. With
And
me, I have,
Juwan Heyman.
and we're going to be your commentators for the day. And we're going to start off by announcing all the swimmers' names, starting with George Fox first. All right, we're going to get started here. Hello, welcome to the SWOCC versus George Fox meet. We are going to introduce everyone, starting with George Fox. First, we have William Anderson. Madeline Germany. Kira Bay. Hunter Bartu. Austin Burdick. Elijah Dapkis. Caleb Dean. Olivia Gibson. Levi Gibson. Annabelle Hines. Shauna Ashley Ingram. Kenzie Makata. Aspen Monkhouse. Christopher Murick. Tessa Orozco. Kyle Sayer. Gabby Smith. Christian Villacruz. Chloe Weber. Abigail Williams. Aiden Williams. Gabby Wood. Jamie Zuckerman. Jonah Zuckerman. And George Fox University is coached by Natalie Turner and Jason Hunter. Now for your Southwestern Oregon Community College Lakers, we have Matthew Bell, James Camp, Hunter Fossler, Anders Hookham, Kai Ingram, Nathan James, AJ Killier, Maxence Libos, Arthur Marquez, Seth Molikin, Braxton Reese, Alex Robez, Christopher Russo, Hunter Sherwood, Josh Smith, Landon Stallnaker, Elliot Stewart, Emerson Zaplatar, Lauren Adamson, Emily Corbett, Ellie Dakar, Jacqueline Furtado, Anna Hutchins, Meredith Mandel, Hannah Miner, Patrizia Ozola, Taylor Spurgeon, Aliza Streffen, Verdi Vogel Rigler, Avi Watts, student manager Juwan Heyman, and they are coached by Sandra Bullock and Piper Engler.
It's not on.
This time, we ask that the audience please rise for the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
So our first event of the day is the women's 200 medley relay. And here is your lineup for the women's 200-yard medley relay. In lane 2, we have SWOCC with Dakar, Spurgeon, Mandel, and Minor. Then we have George Fox with Gibson, Wood, Zuckerman, and Monkhouse. Then in lane 4, we have SWOCC with Corbett, Streffen, Furtado, and Adamson. Then we have George Fox in lane 5 with Adjerami, Hines, Orzoko, and Weber.
This is event 1, women's 200-yard medley relay, heat 1 of 1. Swimmers to your blocks, Madam Referee.
It looks like lane 3, George Fox is in the lead, off the turn. George Fox will enter the water first for the breaststroke leg, closely followed by SWOCC.
In lane 4.
SWOCC is gaining ground on George Fox. Tight race between lane 3 and 4. You'll see who will transition first. It's going to be George Fox, closely followed by SWOCC.
And SWOCC takes the lead with the butterfly. Lane 4.
Closely followed by lane 3. Adamson will hop in the water for SWOCC to close this relay out. In lane 4, the Lakers will have a commanding lead, and they will touch the wall first. That will be lane 4 taking the win for SWOCC in the women's 200-yard medley relay.
This is event 2, the men's 200-yard medley relay, heat 1 of 1.
Next event is going to be our men's 200-yard medley relay. Lane 2, we have We got SWOCC, lane 3, George Fox, lane 4, SWOCC, then lane 5, George Fox. I mean, lane 5 is going to be
SWOCC.
SWOCC as well.
Tight.
George Fox and SWOCC pretty even here in the beginning. Looking like SWOCC will turn first.
And it's SWOCC lane 4.
Big underwater from SWOCC on lane 4. Lane 4. Big lead coming out of the breaststroke leg. Very commanding lead coming from SWOCC in lane 4. SWOCC has a very commanding lead.
In lane 4.
In lane 4, we have Camp in the water through the fly.
Lane 2 and 3 between SWOCC and George Fox is pretty tight.
SWOCC commanding lead. It's going to be a race for a second here between lanes 3 and 2. And it's looking like SWOCC
takes 1 and 2.
SWOCC takes 1 and 2 in lanes 4 and 2.
And George Fox takes third in lane 3. Good race.
That was a really good race by SWOCC. Our next event is the women's 200 freestyle. And we are going to have a 5-minute break here for the swimmers to warm up. So far, good start off to the meet with SWOCC dominant on those relays. Currently, we are in a 5-minute break to let those swimmers warm up, which is event number 3, which is the women's 200 freestyle. And in lane 1, we have Jamie Zuckerman from George Fox. Lane 2, Verity Vogel-Rigler from SWOCC. Gabby Wood from George Fox in lane 3. Lane 4, Anna Hutchins from SWOCC. Lane 5, Chloe Weber from George Fox. So SWOCC taking those first 2 relays. We'll see how this 200 free goes.
I saw the times. They were pretty good racing.
Very strong swimmers in this 2 free
Yeah.
from both George Fox and SWOCC. sure it'll be a very close race for sure.
If we could please have swimmers start exiting the pool and all racers heading back to
All
their
right,
boxes
we
at
will
this time.
start up this race shortly here. They're being called to clear the pool here. And here's your lineup for the women's 200-yard freestyle. And we're just fixing the starter here before this race.
Yeah, we had some problems with it during our club meet this morning.
Yes.
So hopefully,
Just trying to work it out.
yeah.
The crowd's pumping up their swimmers. Just a little bit of a wait here. Trying to get that starter all working.
All right, apparently we're ready.
All right, we are ready to start this women's 200 freestyle.
1 of 1. Swimmers behind your blocks, Madam Referee.
Oops.
All right, they are in.
Looks like SWOCC starts off with the lead there in lane 4. Anna Hutchins. Was it Verity?
Lane 4, yes. Anna Hutchins with the early lead so far in the 200, with George Fox closely behind her in lane 3. On the turn, Hutchins flips first.
George
Now,
Fox still closely following.
And now Vogel Wriggler's coming up there.
Fighting for second.
As the lead gets farther, we have Hutchins in lane 4 in first, then George Fox. We have Gabby Wood in second with Vogel Wriggler closely behind. On the turn, it's Hutchins still in first, Wood in second, and Vogel Wriggler closely behind. We'll see on this finish. And they have one more 50 to go here.
Vogel Wriggler and Gabby turns.
Are battling it out for second. Vogel Wriggler taking the lead here. It will be interesting on the turn how she uses her underwaters here.
Let's see how it goes. Still pretty much equal.
Equal there. Let's see how the finish is. But Hutchins still a dominating lead in lane 4. She'll take that top spot. Vogel Wriggler on the finish. And it will be Wood, then Vogel Wriggler finishing closely behind her. But a SWOCC win here. That is Anna Hutchins in lane 4. Now we're on
The men's
event
200.
4 of the day, men's 200 freestyle. And swimmers are in the water. In lane 2, we have Arthur Marquez. In lane 3, we have Elijah Dapkis. Lane 4, Alex Robles Ruiz. Lane 5, William Anderson. Lane 6, Hunter Fossler. Close race. Fossler, lane 6, a little bit of outside smoke there.
Arthur in the lead. Closely followed by Alejandro.
Closely
Alex.
followed by his teammates.
In lane 4.
And lane 6, Fossler
Yeah.
on the outside there. This will SWOCC in the top 3 spots. They look about even. SWOCC may take the sweep here. They all have very dominating leads except lane 2. Dapkis,
That's lane 3.
lane 3.
Lane 3, George Fox.
Lane 3, George Fox is catching up. We have Alejandro flipping first, then
Arthur in second.
Arthur in second.
Hunter Fosler still
In
outside
third.
smoke in third.
It's looking like it will be a SWOCC dominated event here in the men's 200 freestyle. And I believe it is going to be Alejandro winning this event in lane 4 and Arthur winning it, taking second in lane 2, then Hunter Fossler in lane 6 taking third. So a SWOCC sweep there in the 200 free.
Elijah, lane 3, third, fourth.
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 This is event 5, the women's 50 yards.
Pretty tight swim between the SWOCC
Now
swimmers.
women's 50-yard freestyle. In lane 2, we have SWOCC's A.V. Watts. Then George Fox's Shauna Ingram. And lane 4, Taylor Spurgeon from SWOCC. And they are in the water. 50 freestyle, really fast-paced event here. Looking like Watts in the lead here. It'll be Watts and Spurgeon flipping first there.
Followed closely by George Fox. Shauna Ingram.
SWOCC. There will be Watts. I believe it will be Spurgeon winning that event in lane 4. but very close race between our two SWOCC members. In lane 4, Taylor Spurgeon taking that first seat of the women's 50-yard freestyle. Now for our second heat, it will be lane 2, Maddie A. Germain from George Fox, Aspen Monkhouse in lane 3 from George Fox, lane 4, Patrizio Zola from SWOCC, lane 5, Abby Williams from George Fox.
Very close race between lane 4, SWOCC swimmer Patrizia, and lane 3,
Aspen. And it looking like George Fox will take the win here in the 50-yard freestyle in lane 3 from Aspen Monkhouse, taking the win for George Fox.
This is event 6, the men's 50-yard freestyle. Heat
Now we are moving on to event 6, the men's 50-yard freestyle. There's your lineup of swimmers for this event. Very close race. A splash and dash event here
Yeah.
between George Fox. George Fox is Levi Gibson in lane 3. Oh, that was a close one between lane 3 and 4. Lane 4, Nathan James
taking second.
taking second, I believe.
Still very
So
close.
that would be a
but
in Fox win again in
in
lane 3, Levi Gibson.
Heat 1 of 2. Swimmers behind your blocks, Madam Referee.
This will be the women's 200-yard IM here. We have Kira Bay from George Fox in lane 3, lane 4, Emily Corbett and from SWOCC, lane 5, Annabelle Hines from George Fox. Lane 5 from George Fox is in the lead off of the first turn, a butterfly. We'll see how the switch from fly to back will go. But lane 5 with a dominating lead so far in the fly leg.
And lane 3 and 4 battling for second.
Lane 3 and 4 very closely together in this event. Lane 4, a little bit of a lead coming on with a backstroke leg. But lane 5 with a big lead here, coming off the backstroke leg of the medley. Let's see if SWOCC can make up some ground here with the breaststroke leg of this.
Oops.
Oh!
Wrong lane.
That it will be a disqualification in lane 5. Breaststroke leg. And with that disqualification coming from lane 5, it will come up with a lane 4, SWOCC, and lane 3, George Fox. Emily Corbett so far will take the win in this event for SWOCC with that disqualification from lane 5. But such a strong swim from lane 5, though. Very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. I think she might have got a little bit disorientated there.
Yeah, from her turn from the back to breast. And here we have Corbett coming in lane 4. And this will be a SWOCC
Win. Yeah.
For the women's 200 individual medley
Of heat 1.
of Heat 1.
This is event 7, the women's 200-yard IM. Heat 2 of 2. Swimmers behind
Here
your
we have
blocks,
Heat
Madam
2
Referee.
of the women's 200-yard IM. Lane 2, we have SWOCC. Lane 3, we have George Fox. Lane 4, SWOCC. Lane 5, George Fox. Looking like SWOCC taking an early lead from both lane 4 and 2. George Fox closely following behind them. Oh, George Fox utilizing those underwaters there to catch up to lane 4. That is Jacqueline Furtado in lane 4 in the lead. Followed closely by George Fox in lane 5.
Olivia Gibson.
Lane 4 looking strong so far. We might see a lead change here with the breaststroke leg, with George Fox gaining up on lane 4 here. Let's see if she can hold it.
Yeah. That's what gets you. It's the IM. And, well, the breaststroke leg and the IM.
There you go. She's really pulling away on the breaststroke leg.
Jackie dominating lead there in lane 4.
Dominating lead. Yeah, dominating the lead.
Yeah.
It's an over body length lead.
We have Elisa here coming in lane 2, catching up
with lane
George
5.
Fox in lane 5, yeah.
Furtado finishing out her dominating lead. Let's see if Elisa will catch up. And she is catching up with lane 5. Lane 2 is catching up on lane 5's George Fox.
Still very tight, but Jackie in the lead.
Jackie dominating this event. And here we have
George Fox in second.
George Fox will be taking second in this event.
Yeah.
With Eliza closely behind in lane 2. But with the win in lane 4, a dominating performance here. Jacqueline Furtado from SWOCC. And we will be moving on to
This is event 8, the men's
To
200
event 8,
yard IM.
men's 200-yard IM.
Madam referee.
This is heat 1 of 1 as well. Here you have that lineup there. And the swimmers are in. Lane 4 seems to have the lead. That is Emerson Zaplatar in lane 4 with the lead. Early lead here. Lane 2 starting to catch him up. Let's see if he sticks with this lead in the backstroke leg.
Ooh.
Zaplatar pulling away in this event. And Zaplatar is going to transition into his strongest stroke, which is breaststroke. I expect him to pull away big time here. Has about a body length lead on lane 2.
Arthur Marquez
Is slowly gaining on him. But I don't think that he'll be able to catch him.
No, sir. Lane 6 and 3, close battle between Alexander Cleaver and Hunter Bartu.
And Zaplatar pulling away, and lane 6 actually is coming up into second, close to Marquez. They are neck and neck off that turn, but Zaplatar with a 3 body length lead over the rest of the field. Dominating performance again from SWOCC.
Really
Emerson
big lead.
Zaplatar.
Very big lead.
Then we'll have SWOC's Arthur Marquez coming in for second. Then SWOC's
Alexander.
AJ.
AJ.
AJ will be coming in for third. But with the win in lane 4, Emerson Zaplatar. Dominating event.
There will now be a quick 10-minute
And we're going to have a 10-minute break here, so we will go to a commercial. We will see you back in just
Out to Chase Berry for 3. Rebound by Peyton Crispin. He's going to put it back. And he got it! The Lakers hit a 3.
Welcome back again. Music Park, home of your SWOCC Lakers.
Can't get the shot to go, and the Lakers win the ball game. Goal! Lakers win! Lakers win in overtime. 108-106. Top Maxey.
I'm Gary Snyder.
Out to Chase Berry for three. Rebound by Peyton Crispin. He's going to put it back. And they got it! The Lakers hit a three.
Welcome back again. Music Park, home of your SWOCC Lakers.
Can't get the shot to go, and the Lakers win the ball game. Go! Lakers win! Lakers win in overtime. 108-106.
Tokyo Bistro, a blend of traditional and modern Japanese cuisine featuring fresh local seafood, seasonal produce, and unique wine and sake selections. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. It's truly a unique dining experience on Oregon's South Coast. Visit Tokyo Bistro.
This is Southwestern's dental assisting program. In just one short year, you could be a dental assistant. Sign up now for your one-year dental assisting certification.
Welcome back here. We are starting off with the women's 100-meter
Something went
or
wrong with the
100-yard
timer there. Well,
butterfly, and something went wrong with the timer there.
starter.
Starter.
Sorry. Yeah. Time system, starter. Yeah.
But all right, so starting off with event 9, we have lane 1, Kenzie Shuda from George Fox. Lane 2, Ellie Dakar. Lane 3, Tessa Orzogo. Lane 4, Anna Hutchins. Lane 5, Jamie Zuckerman. So we're just resetting here after that starter failure there.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, all of them dove in. I've never seen that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, we're going to get started here. And swimmers are in.
It's a really quick take and march and go, though.
Yeah, quick leap forming out of lane 3. Lane 4 off that turn goes into the lead off her underwaters. It's looking like, yep, there you go. That is Hutchins
taking the lead.
utilizing those underwaters. That is the most important part. Hutchins starting a commanding lead here in lane 4. Hutchins commanding body length lead here. And it looks like she'll be able to keep this lead going all the way to the wall with a win for SWOCC, and George Fox in lane 3 coming closely behind in second. That'll be a win for SWOCC. Lane 4, Anna Hutchins.
This is event 10, the men's 100.
All right, moving on to event 10, the men's 100 butterfly. There's your lane assignments up on the screen there. And the swimmers are in. Very even off the start there. But Caleb Dean with the lead off the wall here. With Elliott Stewart closely behind in lane 4 from SWOCC. Lane 2, Seth Mulliken very close to Elliott Stewart in lane 4. They're about neck and neck, lane 4 and 2, neck and neck. But George Fox's Caleb Dean with the lead right now in lane 3. And it'll look like that George Fox's Caleb Dean will come in for the win in the men's 100-yard butterfly. And lane 2
and
4
photo finish.
Very, very close finish for them.
This is event 11, the women's 100-yard freestyle.
Now we're on event 11, women's 100 freestyle. We have Shauna Ingram, Lauren Adamson, Aspen Monkhouse, Meredith Mandel, Gabby Smith, and Avi Watts. And very close together are lanes 4, 3, and 2. But it's looking like lane 3, George Fox will be taking a lead here off that first turn, utilizing her in underwaters. Lane 2, Lauren Adamson from SWOCC in second place, looking like. But Meredith Mandel in lane 4 is slowly catching up to Adamson here. But still a commanding lead from George Fox's Aspen Monkhouse with the commanding lead in the 100 freestyle. And she'll be taking the win for George Fox here, with second place going to Meredith Mandel from SWOCC. But a George Fox win in that event. All right, here we have the men's 100-yard freestyle. Adrian Williams, Joshua Smith, Levi Gibson, James Camp, Kyle Sayer, Nathan James. I'm expecting Camp to take a dominating lead here in the 100 freestyle. Lane 4 off that turn, just on top already. Utilizing his underwaters, that is James Camp of SWOCC in lane 4 with a body length lead off that turn.
Lane 6, 3 and 2 battle for second.
Neck and neck.
Still James Camp in a
still
big lead.
Commanding lead here off his wall.
Looks like Nathan James taking
James
second.
Camp will be taking the first place here in the 100-yard freestyle. We'll be going on to event 13, the women's 100-yard backstroke, where we have Abby Williams, Emily Corbett, Olivia Gibson, Patricia Ozola, Maddie Germany. My favorite event here, the 100 back.
It's an interesting event.
And the swimmers are in. Looking like a lead from
Patrizzi.
lane 4. Lane 4 having that early lead here in the 100 back. That is Patrizia Unzola from SWOCC.
Big lead for a first 50.
George Fox in lane 3 slowly catching up. Utilizing her underwaters there. That was a big underwater there. That was a good one.
George Fox catching up in lane 3.
SWOCC still having that lead though. See off this last turn. Big underwater again.
Bottom
from
length
Patrizzi.
lead from Patrizia. Looks like SWOCC is going to take first in this one. George Fox second.
Closely behind Patrizia Unzola from lane 4 is taking the win in the 100-yard backstroke. The next event is going to be the men's 100 backstroke, where we have Hunter Sherwood, Caleb Dean, Alejandro Lopez Ruiz, Chris Morick, and Matthew Bell. I'm sure an interesting race here. Lanes 4, 3, and 2 with neck and neck here, but lane 4 flipping first. Lane 4 taking an early lead with lane 2 coming up on George Fox's Caleb Dean in lane 3, who's in second right now. But Alejandro is in first in lane 4 with a half a body length lead, really utilizing those underwaters that he has. Big lead, body length lead from lane 4. But 2 and 3 are battling it out for second. But I believe lane 3, George Fox's Caleb Dean will
Alex took that
take
one
the
with
second.
2 body lengths.
But the winner will be Alejandro from SWOCC, lane 4. All right, here we have the women's 500-yard freestyle, which is Gabby Smith, lane 1, Hannah Miner, lane 2, Chloe Weber, lane 3, lane 4, Verity Vogel-Rigler, lane 5, Tessa Orzelko.
Heat 1 of 1. Swimmers behind your blocks, Madam Referee.
The 500 freestyle, which is our distance event of the day here. Swimmers will be swimming 20 laps for all your non-swimmers who don't know what a 500 freestyle is.
Oof.
Backstrokers are exiting the pool.
Girls look focused. Long race ahead.
Long race, but yet a sprint.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as long as 1,000.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Not as fast-paced as any of our other events that we've seen so far. This will be the longest event that we see today.
I'm not sure you can call this a mid-distance sprint, though.
Yeah.
I think it's more like a long-distance sprint.
Yeah. And lead changes here in the 500-yard freestyle.
Very often, though.
Yeah, very often. You either go out too fast and
Die out.
or
You
get
keep
that
lead.
pacing just right. And
Yeah.
but off to an early lead is lane 4, Verity Vogel-Rigler from SWOCC here.
Both George Fox, lane 3 and 5, battling for second.
SWOCC's Hannah Minor are closely behind them in lane 2. But Vogel Wriggler with a early lead coming off of the first 100 here of the 500.
Yeah.
Seeing the coaches here, she's right on pace here of her 500. Very commanding lead from Verity Vogel Wriggler here out of lane 4.
Let us hope she can keep that pace up.
Yeah, let's hope. Yeah. And lanes 5 and 3 are neck and neck. Both George Fox swimmers here. Vogel Wriggler with a pretty dominating lead here in the 500.
Yeah. There's no way else. Yeah.
Almost a full length of the pool lead here, so we'll see if she can keep this lead going here. She's looking really strong.
It's about an 18-yard lead.
With around 10 laps to go here. She's halfway here.
Well,
and for the non-swimmers who are wondering if they keep track of their own laps, they do not. They have lap counters down at the very end here to keep track of the laps for them so they know.
sometimes the coaches communicate with the lap counters to shake the board.
To see if they're on pace or not, yeah.
Yeah. If they shake it, they have to go faster. If they do not shake it, they're on pace, or you have a good pace, I guess.
Both teams cheering on their respective teammates really well here. The energy is high here. Vogel Wriggler with probably a 20-yard lead.
20 to 22 yards now.
Yeah. She is keeping her pace very well here in this 500-yard freestyle. She is looking very good here. And she will keep her pace. And she is also making very good time on this event as well. Vogel Wriggler finishing her 15th lap of 20. And she is keeping her pace well here with a very dominating 25-yard lead here.
It's actually more than 25 yards
Oh,
now.
yeah.
She's picking up the pace right now.
Picking up the pace, she is.
Coach Bullock just swinging her arms here, telling her lap counter to shake that board as fast as he possibly can.
Very good job from Vogel Wriggler here in this race.
150 left.
There is the bell. Last 50.
Nice.
As she sprints towards the finish in this last 2 lengths. And in second place, we have George Fox's Chloe Weber in lane 3, also getting the bell, and her teammate closely behind her in lane 5. But Vogel Wriggler will get the win here with a very demanding lead and dominating this 500 free. So Vogel Wriggler taking the win for SWOCC here in the 500 freestyle. Lane 5, George Fox will take
Tesla.
second.
Orozco. Take second.
With her teammate closely behind her, which is Chloe Weber, lane 3, closely behind her in third place. And the Lakers' Hannah Miner will be finishing up here. And the next event will be the men's 500-yard freestyle. I'm sure we'll have a really good race here, which will include Hunter Fossler, Hunter Bartu, Arthur Marquez, and Landon Stallmaker. So we have 3 SWOCC swimmers and 1 George Fox swimmer here. George Fox in lane 3 will be the only swimmer representing the team here.
This is event 16, men's 500-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 1. Swimmers behind your blocks, Madam Referee.
And they are off.
After this event, there will be another 10-minute break.
Fossler in lane 2 with a sprinting his first leg. I wonder if he'll keep this pace going on for the rest of the race. He is in the lead so far. That is Fossler from SWOCC in lane 2 in the lead.
This is a quick reminder that there is
Fossler
no
just
flash
moving
photography
in lane
allowed,
2.
which can cause a false start for swimmers.
Followed by Arthur Marquez in lane 3.
With
4,
Landon Stallmaker in
Landon
lane
Stallmaker
5. Closely behind him.
Yeah.
But Fossler with a dominating lead after the first 100 of this race. Still keeping up his pace. Let's see if he can keep it. With Marquez in second place and Stallmaker following closely behind him. But Fossler with about a body length lead. And the energy is still high here with the team here. Looking over at Coach Bullock here, seeing that all of our swimmers are on pace here. Fossler with a really good pace here, continuing his lead.
Still keeping his pace, actually.
Very impressive here after the first 200. Still about a half a body length lead on Marquez. But Marquez is also pulling away from the other 2 swimmers here. Stallmaker in third here. But Fossler with a body length lead now on Marquez. Stallmaker still in third. Still Fossler in the lead in the
Making
men's 500 free.
the lead a body and a half now.
Just increasing that lead over every turn. He is increasing his lead. But Marquez is slowly kind of gaining on him. And Marquez in lane 4, slowly gaining on lane 2, Hunter Fossler. But Fossler still with about a body length lead on him. Then
Coach Bullock here telling the lap counters to tell the swimmers to pick up the pace a bit.
But Fossler still with that dominating pace here in lane 2. They have about 5 more laps to go of this race. Let's see if Marquez will make a move to pass him in lane 4. Lane 5's Landon Stallmaker is
Arthur slowly actually
still
closing the
in
gap.
in 3rd place here. Lane 4 is closing the gap just a little bit. Fossler still looking strong with his pace. Marquez picking up his pace as well. It'll definitely be a battle to the finish here. Team energy is still high here. Marquez closing the gap. Not much, about of a half a body length.
That Fossler still has the lead
But
on him.
Fossler gets the bell. Marquez gets the bell. A sprint to the end.
Fossler picking up his pace again.
And Marquez also picking up his pace. Let's see if Marquez will make the pass here on the final turn. It will be an interesting sprint to the finish. Marquez making the pass
Just
on
motoring.
Fossler. Let's see who will finish first. It'll be a very tight finish. I believe it'll be Marquez or
Lane 2, Hunter
Hunter
Fossler.
Fossler winning that
Event.
very exciting 500 free.
Wow.
No. And then closely behind him is lane 4, Arthur Marquez. Lane 5, SWOCC, Landon Stallmaker taking 3rd. Next event will be
A 10-minute break.
the women's 100-yard breaststroke. After our 10-minute break, we will be back shortly.
Stop action. Out to Chase Berry for 3. Rebound by Peyton Crispin. He's going to put it back. And he got it! The Lakers hit a 3.
Welcome back again. He's a Park, home of your SWOCC Lakers.
Can't get the shot to go, and the Lakers win the ball game. Go! Lakers win! Lakers win in overtime. 108-106.
Tokyo Bistro, a blend of traditional and modern Japanese cuisine featuring fresh local seafood, seasonal produce, and unique wine and sake selections. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. It's truly a unique dining experience on Oregon's South Coast. Visit Tokyo Bistro.
This is Southwestern's dental assisting program. In just one short year, you could be a dental assistant. Sign up now for your one-year dental assisting certification.
Whatever your dream, just keep chasing it. In the all-new Honda CR-V. With available features like hands-free access power tailgate, turbocharged engine, and a sharper, more stylish interior. CR-V, the best-selling SUV in America. From Honda.
My name is Warrant Officer Candidate Brandon Morey, and I am a mechanic in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. I work on Strikers, Humvees, 5 tons, work on the vehicles, fix the vehicles, get them back in the fight. The favorite thing about being a 91 Bravo is in the event that I would have to move on from the military, I would have a good skill set to help me along and utilize in the civilian sector.
I won't cry, I won't fight, 'cause maybe one day you're gonna get it right. Here's a noteworthy clue, I like my everything blue. I like my everything.
HondaCertified.com, the easy way to search from thousands of vehicles.
Everything from my hat to my shoes, yeah.
All right, welcome back. We actually have a correction to the 500 freestyle. It was Marquez winning by 0.2 of a second with a time of 4:56.31, and Foster with a time of 4:56.5. Very exciting race from both of those men. And now we are on event 17, the women's 100 breaststroke, where we have Kira Bay, Taylor Spurgeon, Gabby Wood, Alizio Streffen, Annabelle Hines, Avi Watts.
This is event number 17, the women's 100-yard breaststroke, heat 1 of 1. Swimmers behind your blocks, Madam Referee.
And the swimmers are in on the 100 breaststroke. So So far, lanes 4 and 3 are neck and neck here. But lane 4, Elysia will be turning first off the wall. Elysia taking the early lead here in the 100 breast. Out of lane 4. With George Fox's Gabby Wood closely behind her in lane 3.
And Annabelle Hines in lane 5 closely following her teammate.
But it's looking like Streffen from lane 4 will be taking that body length lead here off that final turn here, going into the finish. And it will be Elysia from SWOCC taking the win out of lane 4 with George Fox in lane 3 and 5 in second and third. Next up, we have heat 1 of the 100 breast for men. We have Anders Hokum, Kyle Sayer, and Alexander Killier.
It's Cleaver.
Three men in this first heat. And they all look neck and neck here. Lane 4 and 2 turning at the same time there. But it looks like both
Still
lane
neck and neck.
4 and 2s, both SWOCC swimmers are
Lane
neck
2,
and
Anders
neck.
turns first.
Utilizing his underwater pull out there. Anders coming up first out of lane 2. Last turn here. Still in the lead here with lane 4 catching up. Like it will be in lane 2. Anders Hokum from SWOCC taking the win in the first heat of this 100 breaststroke. Now we're going to move on to heat 2 of the 100 breast, where we'll have Joshua Smith, William Anderson, Emerson Zaplatar, and Christian Villacrucis. And the swimmers are in. Early lead coming out from lane 2 and 4. Lane 4, a little bit of a slight lead here. That's Emerson Zaplatar coming off of his dominating 2IM here. Let's see him transfer that momentum. But lane 2, Josh Smith is slowly catching up to him. Both pretty neck and neck, but it looks like Emerson Zaplatar has a slight lead over Smith in lane 2. Last turn, Zaplatar with the lead. Smith following closely behind, but it will be Zaplatar from lane 4 taking the win here in the men's 100 breaststroke, with Smith from SWOCC taking second. Great race from those two boys there. Really exciting to watch. And we'll be moving on to our last two events, which is the women's 200-yard freestyle relay, where we have in lane 2, Adamson, Mandel, Dakar, and Minor, Smith, Bay, Machuda, Williams in lane 3, and Hutchins, Vogel, Rigler, Furtado, and Ozola in lane 4. This will be a fast race here. Early lead there out of lane 2.
Yeah. Lauren Adamson, lane
But
2.
lane 4,
Still pretty tight race, though.
they're racing, but Hutchins taking that lead there out of lane 4 for SWOCC. But lane 2, SWOCC as well in second. Lane 4 will dive in first. Then lane 2 following shortly after that. Vogel Wriggler in the water now for SWOCC in lane 4. Mandel in the water for SWOCC in lane 2.
Vogler Wriggler still sprinting after that
Faye in
500
the water
yard.
for George Fox in lane 3. Vogel Wriggler still taking that lead for SWOCC. Furtado in the water now. In lane 4, still with that lead, still carrying on the lead.
And Emily Corbett in lane 2.
That is the car in lane 2.
Oh.
Jacqueline is passing off to Nzola now in lane 4, commanding lead out of lane 4. Lane 4, big lead here. About a 4 body length lead. Nzola will bring it home for SWOCC for the win. And
SWOCC just dominated this race.
And Minor will bring it home for SWOCC for second. But lane 4 will win the women's 200 freestyle relay. On to our next event, men's 200 freestyle relay, where we have Reese, Foster, Bell, and Sherwood from SWOCC in lane 2. Villacrucis, bar 2, Monrick, Burdick from George Fox in lane 3. Camp, Mulliken, Stewart, and Stallmaker from SWOCC in lane 4.
We are expecting here lane 4.
Big lead from James
Yeah.
Camp here. Yep, there, big lead already. That starting leg for Camp is going to be resulting in a big lead. Then Mulliken will enter the water for lane 4. Fossler in the water for SWOCC here in lane 2. Closely behind, but neck and neck with George Fox. But Mulliken still carrying out that demanding lead that Camp
George
got
Fox
for SWOCC.
just took second place, but still neck and neck.
Handing off to Stewart now in lane 4. Still with that commanding lead. Bell in the water for SWOCC. Neck and neck now with SWOCC and George Fox. Stewart is going to hand it off to Stallmaker, which will bring it home for SWOCC in lane 4. Stallmaker in the water. Bell getting SWOCC into that second place with Sherwood in the water. It will look like SWOCC will take a
big lead,
commanding lead and a win in lane 4 for the SWOCC men. And in second place, SWOCC as well in lane 2.
That concludes our meet.
All right, that will conclude the Southwestern Oregon Community College versus George Fox University meet here at the North Bend Municipal Pool. And we have our final scores here as well. For the women, we have Southwestern Oregon Community College coming in on top with 49 points, then George Fox University with 46 points. Then with the men, we have SWOCC coming in first with 33 points, and George Fox University coming in second with 24 points. So two wins here for the Lakers. Dominant performance from the Lakers here, and that will conclude our meet. Thank you for tuning in to the SWOCC live stream here. Make sure you can find us on livestream.com. youtube.com/SWOCC,
6 seconds from
youtube.com/C/SWOCCOR. And this will be SWOCC Media Productions, and we are signing out.